Does this sound like you in March every year? Maybe even April if you really push it off? You're anxiously flipping through hundreds of papers and receipts trying to find a specific expense. Or maybe it's trying to go through your drives, trying to remember exactly where you went every day from the past year. That sounds exhausting. Is this happening late at night when your kids or spouse is already asleep, but you're burning the midnight oil because you have to get your numbers figured out for your tax appointment coming up? You waited to the last minute to start prepping, and now you're the repercussions of that. What if instead this could be your reality? It's March and you already have your numbers calculated from the previous year. Your receipts are all organized in a folder and you just are waiting for your final few papers to come in the mail before meeting with your accountant. Your stress level is low, and instead of being chained to your dining room table sifting through papers, you're outside playing catch with your kids. Wouldn't you rather have the second scenario? Hey, my name's Heather, and I'm a wedding and senior photographer based in PA. On this channel, I love educating other photographers about taxes and finances as a small business owner. I'm so excited that you're here because in this video, I'm going to be walking you through how to streamline your tax prep systems so you only spend 5 to 10 minutes a week preparing for tax season. This video is brought to you by my 45 Goals for Your First Year in Business guide. Starting out your photography business can be overwhelming, and your main focus is to shoot as much as possible. But if you're not marketing yourself correctly or you're not setting your business up on a firm foundation, they fall under the statistic that 80% of businesses don't last past year 3. This free guide will walk you through 45 tasks to accomplish in your business in the first year. From marketing to camera skills and networking to workflows, this guide will help you set your business up for success so you're ready when the inquiries start rolling in. Now, let's jump into the video and see how you can streamline your tax prep system. The first thing you can do is automate where possible. For instance, you can use an accounting software to automate income and expense tracking. This will cut down on the amount of manual tasks that you will need to do in your business to prep your numbers for tax season. An example of an accounting software could be QuickBooks, or even some CRMs can allow you to do this process. It will connect to your bank account and then start organizing your expenses to make it easy for you to categorize them based on the deduction category that they fall under. Some of them even will start learning where these different expenses fall and do it for you automatically. You can also run reports to total your numbers, so all you have to do is send it off to your accountant. On the other side, if you're working with a spreadsheet instead of an accounting software, you can still set up automations. You can create equations so that your income and expenses are totaled for each month. If you take it a step further, you can create equations to figure out your sales tax so you always know what you're going to need to pay, as well as break down the total for each tax deduction category. This will streamline your process with your accountant or CPA and make it easy for you to send over the numbers they need to file your tax return. Another automation you can set up is through your bank account. Most banks allow you to create folders within your account so you can easily transfer and organize money. Set up an automation that sets aside 30% of your income that comes into your account into a specific tax folder. This will make sure you're covered for any payments you owe for sales tax, estimated tax, or your annual tax return. You won't be panicked when the deadlines come around because you already have the money set aside. A few other ways that you can automate for tax prep is using MileIQ or QuickBooks to track your mileage. Also, you can upload pictures of your receipts so that you're automatically connecting those expenses with the receipt instead of trying to rummage through folders later on trying to find it if you need to prove it. Setting up these automations allow you to confidently know you're not missing anything and that you're providing the correct numbers to your accountant or CPA. It also gives you the freedom to work on the things you love instead of constantly having to track your numbers to stay on top of things, or worse, having to do it all at once right before taxes are due when you can't quite remember everything and what it was for. In addition to setting up automations, adding a weekly routine to organize additional tax-related numbers is crucial to saving time at the end of the year. In this weekly routine, you should make sure that you're tracking and delegating your income into different buckets, such as that tax folder that I mentioned previously. You should also be tracking your expenses and organizing them based off of those deduction categories. Staying on top of your personal versus business mileage is another weekly task you can do. Like I mentioned, using MileIQ will track your mileage in the background so that all you have to do is swipe left or right depending on if it was a business or personal purpose. In addition to that, paying sales tax or estimated taxes when it's due can be a weekly routine task. And then lastly, making sure you're tracking your independent contractors. Making a spreadsheet to know exactly who you paid each week and then overall in a year who you paid over $600 allows you to easily know who you need to send a W-9 to so that you can provide them with a 1099 for their tax return. No matter what, make sure you simplify your systems. Don't have several different spreadsheets that are all tracking something different for your taxes. Find a way to combine those numbers so that things aren't getting incorrectly inputted or numbers aren't connecting from one spreadsheet to the next. Use the programs you have to the fullest potential. Create equations or rules that automate steps when possible. Purchase templates or softwares that set you up to give you your time back, especially if numbers is not your favorite part of being self-employed. I know that being a creative business owner often means that numbers are not at the top of your list, and that's okay. You do not need to wear all the hats in your business, so make sure that you understand what's happening when it comes to your taxes, but then outsource it so you can do what you love. Pick one day a week and a certain time on that day and save that for tax prep. Go through your weekly tax routine and watch as that 5 minutes a week eliminates all the stress and time that you have been putting towards tax prep in March each year. Instead of sorting receipts all at once and racking your brain to remember everything you did for your business in the previous year, your numbers will already be tracked and you can confidently send off your numbers to your CPA or accountant. Plus, you will gain the understanding of the financial health of your business throughout the year. You'll be able to make tweaks if you need to cut down on expenses, raise your prices if your profit margin is too low. So you'll be able to make game time adjustments instead of waiting till the end of the year because you'll know where your business stands at all times. It's a win-win both for taxes and your business financially. Hope you found this video helpful. If so, feel free to hit the subscribe button so that you can be the first to know when the next video comes out. In addition, if you have any questions about anything that you've heard in this video, feel free to drop them below in the comments. And lastly, don't forget to grab that free guide down in the show notes so you can start checking off the 45 goals that I recommend you should get done in your first year in business so that you can set your business up for success. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one. Bye, guys.